how I grew up mentally, physically, and spiritually, as well as kind of emotionally. To start with, we have to speak about my skin, because my skin has gone from chronic acne to clear. Clear, very little problems, maybe a minor spot here and there at my time of the month, but nothing major. And that in itself was part of the glow up. So I'm gonna be interchanging between each part, so physically, mentally, spiritually might be all mixed up, because I'm just gonna speak about things that are on my mind. So first and foremost would definitely be my acne journey. And I've shared so much of that already on this channel, but finally having clear skin because of Accutane has definitely been part of my glow up journey, probably more so at the beginning. So to start with, I had skin that looked like this. It was very inflamed, chronic acne. It was never ending. And I had a lot of treatments in between, such as doxycycline, antibiotics for my acne, topical creams such as adapalene and differin that were effective. Like, they did do things for my skin, but I just found that it was never fully clearing it. Accutane is kind of the closest thing to a cure. There is no actual cure for acne, but it's something that can be long-standing in keeping your skin clear if it is successful. As you can see on this channel, I've done tretinoin, benzoyl peroxide, adapalene, chemical peels, so many things to try to help my skin. And Accutane was probably the best thing I did. And I can say that in hindsight now, because it's been a full year that I've not had Accutane, and since finishing my treatment. I did my Accutane treatment with Treat Direct, and I found it an amazing experience. I shared it on my page. I don't know if I missed out any information, so I'll have to kind of review my channel and see where I left off, because I know there was a big year gap in between my treatment. So if there's specific videos you guys want to see, please let me know, and I will make some content on that in retrospect, looking back at my Accutane process and treatment and how it went. I would definitely consider Accutane as a big part of my glow up physically, because it literally changed my skin. It meant that I have much clearer skin now. I don't have to worry about the eruptions of acne that I was previously getting for such a long time, consistently throughout my 20s, and not having to worry about that anymore is amazing, and that has transformed my skin. My skin's been doing great. My skin has been doing great. And I have been trying to remain consistent with my skincare, but I really did kind of slack with my actual actives, such as tretinoin and adapalene. So I've been really picking them up lately and being like, okay, these are what I'm gonna use in order to continue to keep my skin healthy and happy and looking fresh and clear and lovely. Because acne can take such a toll on your self-esteem and mental health and just how you're feeling about your overall appearance, it was so nice to have that lifted and not have that concern about my skin anymore. Honestly, acne was the bane of my life, in that I would wake up in the morning and feel my face for new bumps, because that was what my life was about. That would happen every day. There was a new spot, and it was always like, what is going to be the next best thing that can help fix my skin? And it was literally about fixing my skin or embracing my skin and being like, no, I should embrace this. And then just being in a constant conflict between having acne and kind of embracing it and being like, this is normal, but then also being like, I don't want this acne, it's making me feel really shitty.
There is a mental aspect that comes with acne, and sometimes when I'm in the down low points is when I will sometimes make impulse decisions. For example, one of them was like, I'm gonna go to Harley Street dermatologist and I'm gonna like get, you know, the best service or whatever. You know, I've had acne for a very long time, to the point where when I get those emotional lows, I'm like, what can I do next? What can I do next? Because I'm sick of living like this. And I know acne maybe seems viewed as something that's very superficial. Oh, it's just your skin. Like, oh, but it massively affects people's self-esteem, self-confidence. And that's the thing. I reached the low where it was like, I don't really want to be seen without makeup right now.
I feel like I've really captured that on this channel, of sharing an authentic acne journey and treatments that I've used. Now my skin is clear. Obviously I'm wearing makeup now, but you guys can see my skin in shorts and things that I post here on this channel. And I want to add more to my content. There's more to me. I'm not just this acne persona. I have other areas of my life and other experiences that I want to share on this channel now. So if it's not for you, then I'm happy for people to unsubscribe, but I really want to share more about my actual life and what's happening. Most things in life are either going to take a lot of time and commitment or money. And I feel like when it comes to glowing up, it's an investment in you. Any investment is going to be either an investment of time or an investment of money in life. That's how I see it. And for me, an investment in yourself by glowing up is again going to be either time and commitment or money, or both time and money. So with Accutane, I had a free treatment through Treat Direct, but if you were to go private, then you do need to pay, and that would be an investment. I can say if I had that money and wasn't doing it with a brand or anything, I would probably try through the NHS first, but I understand why it would be beneficial to pay for the private treatment because you're just seen much quicker, you get results quicker, you get your medication quicker, it's easier and it's more convenient. It's also money. So you gotta, if you wanna invest there, then that's your choice. I would say it is worth the investment financially with Accutane to get results of clear skin, because it takes away so much almost suffering. There is suffering to having acne, and I know that can sound dramatic because it is just something that's on the skin and some people might see it shallow, but when it is never going away and you're never feeling your best, or most of the time you're not feeling your best, I think I didn't realize how much it was impacting me until my skin finally cleared and stayed cleared for a prolonged amount of time. That was when I was like, wow, this is literally life-changing. When I say that the glow ups are investments of time and energy as well, Accutane is a process. I was on it for 6 months, and during that time, my lips were super dry, my skin was very dry. There are obviously side effects that aren't as pleasant, which is why it's not just a drug I'd recommend to everyone willy-nilly. Like, you have to be invested in it, and I would only really recommend it if you have tried all the other treatments. Accutane is often seen as a last resort. Okay, another physical aspect that I'm going to talk about is Invisalign. So I did Invisalign Light because my teeth have shifted. So I wore track braces in my teenage years.
But I have my braces on the top, light blue.
And because I didn't wear my retainer religiously, my teeth shifted, and then eventually my retainer just never fit and was really uncomfortable and hurt, so I then stopped wearing it altogether, and my teeth really did shift. So this is how my teeth were looking around the time that I was like looking to start Invisalign. I was an eligible candidate for both Invisalign like full original and Invisalign Light, which is a treatment that usually has less trays and it's supposed to be quicker. However, with my treatment, it ended up still being like a year long because I had some stubborn teeth, so I needed some extra trays, but luckily that's covered in the cost and we still got my teeth nice and straight. So they weren't super crooked or wonky like I had in the past as a child and teen, which is where I had the track braces, which really rectified all of that. But then Invisalign Light just helped with that initial shifting that I'd had and really put my teeth back into place, as you can probably tell. I don't know. So you can see from the side profile, I had the front teeth were just really starting to shift and stick out more. And then my bottom two teeth, it's kind of those 4 teeth. The bottom teeth were also kind of going inwards. You can see from the pictures. The pictures are gonna tell you more than I can because I can't verbalize it really well. But I wanted to do Invisalign Light because I just wanted to perfect my teeth back to how they were and then be, you know, religious with my retainers and not give up. So with Invisalign, you get the plastic aligners, which are molded to your teeth, and then you will gradually change your tray, your aligner, every couple of weeks, every couple of days, whatever is recommended by your dentist. That will then shift your teeth. Personally, I also had the attachments, so they were like little glue dots that meant that it was adding extra pressure to those specific teeth to help the shifting happen faster, especially because I was on Invisalign Light, I had less trays, so my dentist and I worked together to make sure that my teeth were shifting as quickly as possible, basically. I can't remember how many initial trays I had. Here I've got one of 14, and then one of 9 here. So I might have had 23 trays, I'm just guessing, I don't know. Again, this was a financial investment of around £3,000 to rectify something that if I had just worn my aligners before, my retainers to maintain my teeth, then I wouldn't have had that issue. But sometimes you don't know, because I honestly thought they won't shift that much, and over the years you see the shifting, and that's when I was ready to invest in Invisalign Light. My friend was also doing her aligners, which is kind of what inspired me, because I was like, seeing her do it, and I was like, I want to do that too, you know? I started my Invisalign Light journey in January 2024, and I only recently finished it around October, maybe even November 2024. So it's been a good 10, 11 months of Invisalign. And again, that is because I had some stubborn teeth. I also have been like traveling and been away, so I've missed appointments and have to rebook appointments for a later date. But overall, I had a really good Invisalign experience. Personally, I did not find them too painful. I don't know if that's because the shifting that my teeth were doing were minor, but also I've had track braces, which were way more painful. Every time I get my braces tightened, that hurt like hell. But with Invisalign, I honestly didn't have any pain really. And then towards the end of my treatment, I had some whitening gels that I could use. I've still got some in my fridge, I've not used all of them, but just to help perfect the smile and feel confident about my teeth. So yeah, that's definitely helped in my glow up, because my smile is a big part of who I am, and I feel good knowing that I've kind of rectified how it was, because I wasn't happy with how they were before. I know they weren't super crooked. I've had very crooked teeth as a child. I think because I had crooked teeth as a kid and growing up and in my teen years, it's just made me a bit more aware of how my teeth look, and having that rectified with Invisalign Light has just helped massively. So I really like my smile. I'm gonna smile all the time. They're two physical things. Let's get into some more mental things. Because again, like I said, it all kind of links back. Now feeling confident in my teeth, I don't have to worry about smiling, or if I'm gonna get, you know, Bugs Bunny front teeth that stick out really far. I don't know. I don't have to worry about that. Also, just to say, at the end of my treatment, I just went for the standard Invisalign aligners, like retainers even. So the nighttime retainers are a lot thicker and like sturdier, rather than a fixed retainer, which I could have also paid for, but I just thought I'll stick with the process now that I have paid that money, because I got my initial track braces through the NHS, so I didn't have to pay. And I think when you've paid out of your own pocket, you best believe, and I'm a fully grown adult, I will be wearing my retainers every damn night. Growing up mentally has been a lot. So firstly is therapy. We have to talk about therapy, guys, because I have been going to therapy for months and months and months. And again, it's an investment. Therapy, like a good therapist, a qualified therapist in terms of PhD or 20 years experience or whatever they have, is gonna cost you. Therapy is expensive, but again, it's that investment of money, energy, and time. And I say energy because it is honestly exhausting. If you are literally gonna sit down and work through your triggers, your trauma, your past experiences, your imperfections, your flaws, your communication style, your attachment style, it is going to be hard work and it is going to feel draining. That's part of the process. At the same time, it has had the biggest impact in my life, because therapy is literally just a mirror. Someone is just showing you who you are and what you're like in a very trained and skillful way of getting information from you, or taking you to places where you need to go emotionally to be present and to understand who you are and what's happening, basically. I don't know, that's my take on therapy anyway. I just feel like me and my therapist have really worked through emotions and understanding my emotions and sitting with my emotions, because a lot of it was kind of distracting myself from what I'm actually feeling. It's been a lot to learn, but it has just helped me with difficult situations. It's helped me to navigate through some pain, through loss, and I wouldn't have been able to do it how I did it without therapy. On that note, the therapy that I'm doing is called ACT therapy, which is acceptance and commitment therapy, and it's kind of about understanding your values in life. So that comes up, it's a theme in my therapy sessions of what do I want from my life, what do I not like, where am I struggling, what do I value, because the things that you value make up your life, and if you're not doing the things that you value, you're likely going to be unhappy or feel stuck or feel empty, which is what I've been dealing with. So yeah, it's things like this where content creation is something I value, something I enjoy, something I'm passionate about, and I want to do more of. And I've had this gap of time where so many things have been happening in my life that now I feel like I can finally pick it back up, and that is thanks to therapy. But I'm still working through it. I'm not saying like I'm fixed and I'm done. And there's the thing, you're never going to be fully healed overall as a person. We're all kind of broken. We just kind of put our plasters and band-aids on and carry on. Next up, I'm gonna say about God and my relationship with God. So if you're not interested in spirituality or God, so you can just skip to, I'll put a timestamp so you can just get on to the next section. So for me, I just found that through some difficult times, my relationship with God has really strengthened, and I kind of my relationship with God is always going to be personal. I love to pray. I've always prayed anyway, but just becoming more aware of praying. So for me, it has been journaling. I love journaling anyway, but my prayer journals, I actually have two because my sister also got me one for my birthday. So I have two, but I'm currently using this one, which allows you to kind of write each week, you know, teach me what you want to be taught from God, what you want God to lead you on, what you're thankful for, what is on your heart, and then a prayer request. And prayer request is basically something that you can look back on and be like, how did God help me here? So I'll keep it light, but that has just helped me to feel more whole in my life and to feel more purpose and to feel connected to the higher being and the great creator. Which kind of leads me to my next point, which is the artist's way, which is more of a spiritual journey. So I feel like the spiritual aspect of God is in this book, which I still haven't finished and I speak about so much, but basically this book, it's changed my life and it always will be a love-hate relationship. But this book is called The Artist's Way. It's a 12-week program. You kind of read it weekly, you follow along, you do the tasks, and it is a spiritual path to higher creativity. And again, this kind of links to my therapy, where it's finding out what I value in my life and what's missing from my life. Because is working my 9 to 5 fulfilling my dreams? Not exactly. What are my dreams? How am I acting on them? The times where you feel lost and stuck, you're not in tune with where you need to be, and that's fine. It's totally cool to be lost and stuck. It actually means that you have the chance to rebuild and restructure where you're going, and I believe that's with the guidance of God. And this book just helps you get there. It's a tough book. It's not for the faint-hearted. It brings up things, you've got to do the tasks and be committed again to it. It is time. Not too much money. This book, on the back it says $18.99. I got mine off Amazon. I can't remember the price, but it's definitely worth it, and I feel like it's a book for life. Like, look at all these tabs. Great quotes in here, great analogies, great ideas, and it shares a lot. So I highly recommend, and this is part of my glow up because it is the fact that I started this and my life just kept shifting and shifting, and honestly the best times come after you have hit rock bottom, after you've been through a shitstorm. Then abundance comes, blessing comes, everything. So 2025, we're looking forward to you because we've definitely been in a shitstorm. In that, it meant that I have done daily journaling, because that is what you need to do with The Artist's Way to have a stream of consciousness, just thoughts and feelings and emotions, whatever it is, just writing it down and really understanding who you are. Now, I've been journaling for years and years, almost 10 years of journals I actually have in my flat. And those journals show me who I am as a person, because there's one thing to kind of have an idea of who you are at 20, because that was 9 years ago now. I have an idea of who I was, but reading the words that were from my mind at that age is insane. You really understand who I was, and I remember who I am, and I remember my struggle, I remember what I was going through, and you're speaking to yourself. And there's something really painful actually about hearing yourself say something you were going to do 10 years ago and you still haven't really done it yet. Maybe you've made progress towards it, but you realize that it's just not happened for you yet. So things like that honestly just puts things into perspective and helps you to see who you are and who you want to be, and where are you? Are you in the middle? Have you not started? Are you lost? Did you try and then fail, so now you don't want to try again? I don't know. I just find journaling something I'm always going to do, and The Artist's Way has helped to keep that as a daily commitment. Of course, I've missed days here and there, and sometimes I have resistance towards journaling because I'm going through something and I don't want to sit and write about what I'm going through, okay? And I can sit and write about my breakfast or just things on the wall. It doesn't have to be your thoughts, but what ends up happening is you eventually start to write those kind of things. Next up, I feel like is in every glow up video, you need to be doing the eating well and going to the gym. Now, I've definitely picked up the eating well this last pinch of the year because I've been on and off throughout the year, and I've definitely indulged in takeaways and just had a good time, and who cares, you know? But I just feel like at the end of the year, I've just been like, okay, I've made my homemade turmeric shots. I've like been getting my greens in. I've been having my matcha again and just feeling more alive, ensuring I'm getting my vitamins, and it just makes me feel better about myself. Literally fueling my body with better food. Don't get me wrong, I still have chocolate cake and biscuits and it's mince pie season, okay? So let it be. But I also know that there are foods that are so healing and nourishing that I've just not been giving my body for a while here and there. And then the same with exercise. It has become, I'm in the gym at least 4 times a week and I like working out. It brings me energy, it helps me start my day. I love to do a morning workout. I've been to the run club in my city. I've been just swimming with my nephews and things. Once again, the action of exercising and that commitment that you're putting in time-wise, and maybe investment financially if you're paying for a gym or paying for a PT or new gym clothes or whatever it is, that then has the impact of the action, which is working out, which then helps my mood, it helps lift my spirit, it helps me get on with my freaking day and feel good about myself, helps you to glow up. And then finally, you know what, we're actually gonna finish with something kind of physical because I just got a new pair of GHDs. Technically, they're the same as what I had, so they're the wider ones. I don't even know if they've got a name. Basically, I love these. Obviously, my hair is not straight at the moment, but these are the GHD Max. And I love it because I can straighten my hair so much quicker. It's easy for me to do, and I just find that helps me glow the frick up because then my hair is always in check and I don't have to worry about even now, like, is this even because it's got a bit of a curl to it and you've got little bits here and there. But at the same time, it's like, who cares? When it's straight, it's so easy to maintain, and I love that. I just find that that's helped the glow up, okay? Because once your hair, you know, no one wants a bad hair day. And sometimes I feel like if you've not got the makeup, but your hair's also rough, it makes you look rougher. Whereas if you've not got the makeup on, but your hair is just sleek and nice and shiny, then it's not a bad hair day and it's not a bad day. And then you just look more put together. So, been loving those. I think I'll leave this video here because I don't want to make it super long, but those are some crucial things that I've been doing in order to glow up mentally, physically, and spiritually. I think there are definitely other aspects like creating content and doing this and that, which I'll probably share in another video in terms of productivity and goals and ambitions and stepping out of my comfort zone in those areas. So I'll probably do a separate video on that. But thank you for watching this one, and don't forget to like it if you enjoyed the content, subscribe if you are new to my channel and want to see more content from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.